Hi, everyone. Josh Legard here, and I'm one of the founders at KickoffLabs.com. KickoffLabs.com is the audience growth platform. We enable you to quickly set up viral giveaways, sweepstakes, and product launches where fans get engaged promoting your brand. We've got over 25 pre-configured templates to choose from, including reward level giveaways, pre-launch waitlists, or just plain email opt-in bribes. Today, we're going to take a deep dive into the Bonus Entry Sweepstakes campaign. So this is a campaign where you're doing a giveaway, but instead of everybody just getting their one entry and then they leave, you're giving them additional entries where they can improve their odds of winning by referring friends or taking actions to follow you online or other social engagement actions that help promote your brand. Let's switch over to the Kickoff Labs dashboard and create this type of campaign. As if you just set up a Kickoff Labs account or setting up a new campaign from scratch in an existing Kickoff Labs account. Right here, we'll see the campaign name. No worries, you can totally change this later. It's totally for you, and we'll go next through that. Next, we're going to take a look at the types of campaigns you can do. So you can see there's all the different types of campaigns you can run. Down here under the general list, you'll see bonus entry sweepstakes, the reward levels, leaderboards, single entry sweepstakes. But let's just go ahead and select the bonus entry sweepstakes here. The next thing we're going to talk about is the scoring option. So this is how people would earn additional entries. By default, we set it up so that they earn additional entries with referrals or actions. You could do just actions. So this is things like following you, sharing online specifically, or just referrals where they only get additional entries if somebody else they invite actually joins the campaign. Or there could be no scoring. So this might be the case of the default for a single entry campaign. But because we said bonus entry, let's go back and choose actions plus referrals. Once we choose that, this is one of the advantages of Kickoff Labs. You can run the campaign in a number of ways, including on landing pages, in pop-ups that run on your site, in embedded boxes that can run on your site, or even embedded landing pages that are hosted within your site. We can also connect a giveaway to an existing form. So if you use another landing page service to build a contest page, you can connect our service to that contest page, start getting referrals, encouraging people to take additional action. You don't have to use Kickoff Labs pages, but for the purposes of this demo, I'm going to go ahead and use the Kickoff Labs pages over here. Once you select pages, you'll see that you have an option to run a single page contest, a multi-page contest, or a contest that goes to a contest box to pop up the status. I'm going to keep it really simple, and we're just going to choose a single page contest here. So let's choose the single page contest. We've got a bunch of different templates you can see here. So like some holiday specific ones, some themed ones for specific types of campaigns. I'm just going to go ahead and choose this default one here for the Enter the Tropics giveaway. It looks like it's got some prize areas. It's got a place where people can earn more entries. And so I'm just going to pick that. Once I've chosen design, it goes ahead and creates the campaign and sets up a bunch of the defaults. The campaign is actually live at this point, and I can click on it and go to the campaign, and I can see that I've got this landing page. I've got a place where I could add my grant prize. I've got additional prizes where I'm giving away maybe like a weekly prize or a runner-up prize, and a way for people to earn more chances to win down here where they can improve their odds. Let's go ahead and sign up just to test this out. So if I sign it up, you'll see I get a thank you message for entering. Don't forget to scroll down and check out the prizes and earn more entries. So keeps it really simple. I can scroll down, I can earn these additional entries. So if I were to subscribe to us on YouTube, for example, and come back to the page, you'll see I've earned an additional entry for subscribing on YouTube. Now that we've seen the basic flow of the campaign, the first thing you might want to do is edit that landing page. Once you're in the landing page editor, you'll see that you can edit the text on the page. So we're just going to call this the giveaway. I can swap out images if I'd like. I can also edit the form. So let's say if I want to do this form and I want to capture their first name as well, I can add the first name field to the form and save it. So now I'm capturing the first name. I could add phone number, any number of fields I want to also capture. Once you've edited the form, you might want to go down and edit the prizes. So here's where I've listed the grand prize and I've got a picture. You could edit that text. I could edit the text of all these other sections. Or maybe there's just a grand prize and I don't want to have this section. So I can go ahead and delete this section. And I'm left with my earn more chances to win section. Obviously, if I delete a section, I can add sections back. We've got a complete library of pre-done sections that you could add to your campaign, featuring either contest components or just plain like feature descriptions or prize description that you could add to your landing pages for your campaign. You can just drag and drop even an existing section. So if I want to add a blank section here, let's just add a blank section to break it up a little. And then I could go over here and I can drag and drop a headline here, and you can see I could edit that headline, I could center it, I can change the background colors, I can add a background image to this section here. Anyway, number of different things I can do. I'm not a designer. I'm not going to spend time designing the page, but you can see you can edit the contest page to have it show whatever you'd like it to show for your campaign. You can also preview the page, and in the preview, you can see it with the lead or with the verified lead. So if I click the preview with the lead, you can see the thank you message from the form. And if I click on mobile, you can see that the pages automatically scale for a mobile device in this case. Once you've designed the page, the next thing you might want to do is look at some of the common settings down here on the campaign. So the first thing we have here is to set the scoring, things like the actions or points you get for entries. Let's go ahead and set the scoring, and you can see that the actions that I put there for more entries are already on this. These are campaign-wide settings. So if I ran this in an embedded box or another page, the settings would always be the same. The actions would be consistent no matter how many different pages or boxes I run this campaign in. So I could change the order, obviously. Let's say I don't have a Instagram account, so I could go ahead and I could delete an action here. You might want to edit the YouTube action to show your YouTube page. If you've got your own YouTube page, by default, it's set to ours. I can save that edit. And I could add from a library of over 70 other different actions. One of the neat actions we've got is one where you can capture additional information. So this is a form entry action where I'm going to give people an additional, I'm going to say additional 5 entries for adding their phone number. And what it'll look like is they'll just add their phone number here and earn additional 5 entries for putting in a phone number. So let's save that. And now you can see I've added the phone number one. I think that one's more important. I'm going to move that up to the top right below tell your friends, and we'll save these actions and move on to the next set of settings. The next thing people like to do is to add some emails to the campaign. So you can see in this brief description, you can send reply emails, verification emails, and if you'd set up milestones, you could send those emails as well. Let's just go ahead to the emails and we'll just set up the auto reply and we'll change this to send when someone signs up. You might want to personalize the subject line here for your contest, remind people about the prizes. And you'll note we automatically include a way for people to get back and get their personal share link so they can earn additional entries. Once you finish personalizing the email, you could send yourself a test and we can save it and just go back to the general campaign settings. Milestone rewards. In this campaign, you're not using rewards. You could create an unlockable milestone. You'd want to add that component to the landing page, but we're not going to get into that here. The other cool thing that I want to show you is we also have this nudge bar. So you saw that we had actions where you could refer other people to the contest for more entries. We actually have a bar that shows people when they're referred. You can see in this case, it's previewing, says Jane invited you to join. I could change the text, I could change the background color, but let's just go back out and see what that looks like. So on the side here of the landing page, I can click preview with a referral. And this is what it will look like when somebody refers someone else to a campaign, where you can see we drop down this Josh invited you to join bar. That's a pretty neat feature that does encourage additional signups because people are much more likely to sign up for a campaign when they are referred by a friend. Back to the campaign overview screen, you can see we've got a tab in here at the top for leads. So all of the leads collected with Kickoff Labs are going to show up here, are going to show up in this area. You can see I've signed up twice with 2 different email addresses. You can see my score. In this case, because I followed on YouTube, I earned an extra. You could click on it and actually see why people have the score that they have. I click on the score tab and you can see, oh, they signed up on YouTube. Also on the Leads tab, you can save custom audiences, import existing leads, download your leads, and importantly, for running a contest like this when it's over or weekly, you can run the Pick a Winner feature. The Pick a Winner feature allows you to weight the results by points, referrals, verified referrals, or no weighting, just picking a random lead. You can also set a number of winners and a minimum score required to win. Let's just run it here, and really quickly we'll base it on score. Since I was one of only 2 people to enter the contest, you can see I've won. It did weight it by score. We didn't contact the lead at this point. It gives you a chance to view the lead card and verify more information about the person that was chosen. So on the reports tab, you can see things like the conversion rate, the actions that people have completed, and whether people are sharing a campaign, opening their emails, and a whole bunch more that go across the entire campaign. Lastly, under setup, we talked about scoring, actions. We're not covering rewards. We talked about messaging. Is integration. So you can also push the leads that you collect to a number of different other services. And if you don't see the service you want to push your lead to, just let us know and we'd be happy to look into it. And there may be alternative ways, such as we can connect to Zapier and push the lead through Zapier to your other service. All right, the last thing I want to talk about under here is the setup all settings screen. Here's where you can change the default URLs for your campaign, the Facebook sharing settings, like the images and text that get shared by default. You can add Google Analytics and tracking codes to your campaign. There's a way to set up A/B tests for your campaign, as well as advanced fraud protection. By default, we ensure that every lead has to have unique IP addresses. We can enable CAPTCHA, email verification, and a whole host of other fraud protection services to ensure that every lead you're capturing is as authentic as possible for the campaign you are running. Hope you've enjoyed this demo of a bonus entry sweepstakes campaign. If you've got any other questions, feel free to hit up support@KickoffLabs.com. We'd love to help you out. Thanks. Bye.